You use that light. Most of my stuff I have heat.
Oh, really? I'm stuck over here now.
Everything.
You there, Lemur? Yeah, I guess I saved over my save state outside of ONS, and because I ran back because I skipped Sif, Moonlight Butterfly, and Gaping Dragon. Gaping I skipped just because he's free, and I didn't feel like fighting him right then and there. And Sif I skipped because his hops are so fucking annoying. His stagger hops, and Moonlight Butterfly is just atrocious. It's just RNG and like 2 or 3 cycles, landing cycles before she dies. Oh wait, make sure. Yeah. Yeah, see, like right fucking there. His hops are the most annoying things in the Sif fight. Same for no roll Sif. That was annoying as hell too, with his stagger hops. Because you can be having a fine run against him, and then just get hit by a hop and you're flawless around. Or that can happen. Let me try Moonlight Butterfly. I'll show you how bullshit that is. I mean, like, she only has 3 moves, Moonlight Butterfly, and like the long laser is easy to outdistance. The circle tracking one is easy to loop around, but the short burst one attack that she does, like the little short bursts, are almost RNG. Like Zelda said they aren't, and that you can position yourself. I'm convinced it's RNG. Like 90% sure. This atrocious boss. Okay, so that wasn't expecting that move actually. That was the stupid death. You have to like basically like press yourself forward against the wall and like just walk sideways. But it's so inconsistent. Like sometimes you'll dodge it no problem, and sometimes you'll strafe it and you'll get hit by one of them.
So where's mine?
And since it's New Game Plus and it's +0, Zelda said it should be 2 landings. I'm pretty sure he's wrong on that. I think it's going to be 3 landings. Which, to keep up that RNG and not get hit by those short bursts for 3 landings is just bullshit. At least the run back is nothing. I'll run to ONS after this, because it's not far. I got the elevator in Sentence. You see, like, it worked there. Alright, that's the long beam. Good, go to that side. Or I can use here to block you. Or not.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
See? It fucking hits you there. It's so inconsistent. Like Zelda said, the positioning has something to do with it. Like if you stay in front of him and like wiggle to the right, which is what I was trying to do. Actually, fuck Moonlight Butterfly right now. I'll try Sif again. The only thing with Sif, like, it kind of sucks that I didn't make a save state right after.
Shit. Hey, sweetheart. Another good.
Like, it's a lot easier no rolling, no sprinting Sif, like when you start him at like the cutscene and you're in the middle of the arena, because now when you enter the fog gate, he can open up with his charging slash, and there's like nothing you can do to dodge it basically. So if he does that, you're just kind of fucked if he starts with that. You can kind of like try to walk into him, but it's like not consistent. Capra was a bitch though. Capra is straight RNG with the dog for no sprint. And Bell Gargoyles surprised me. They were fucking hell with the no sprint. Because it turns into RNG pretty much on no sprint gargoyles. Let's see. See, that's fucking stagger. That's fucking stagger again. And then that kill. Yeah, the range is deceptive. And like the whole arena with the roof and the dip in terrain and stuff is weird too. Like you can get hit by things sometimes and not other times. Like even in my kill for this run for them, I thought I was gonna get hit by a tail swipe, and I was like, no, no, no. Oh, okay, I'm good. Like, like I don't know how it missed me, but he was on like the upper section of the roof, and I was like on a slant a little bit, so that's probably why. But yeah, on no sprint, they turn it to just straight RNG. Like if you can, once you can kill the first gargoyle, and then like make it to gap close on the second, then it's kind of just, you got it. But it's getting the first one killed. And that's right, I forgot you did no roll, regular no roll, Dark Souls 1. Calamine I didn't find as hard as I was expecting. It only took me like an hour and change for Calamine. Oh, come on, let that back swipe. Oh, I forgot it was a double swing. Yeah, that too. It all depends on Capra's opening move when you're baiting the dog. I even got lucky on my kill on this run with Capra on the second dog because I had to run around Capra's opening move after I killed the first dog, and the second dog came out of the alcove already, and I had to do like a jump attack, just take him out like right by the stairs. Quaylog is surprisingly very easy on no sprint. The only moves you really have to worry about is not getting trapped in her legs for the AoE blast. And all her sword attacks you can just stick in her side basically and like rotate around with her. Gaping Dragon I skipped for no sprint for this run just because he's boring for me, but I'm pretty sure there's no difference really in no sprint versus no roll for Gaping Dragon. Probably just be a 6-minute fight or something like that because of the +0. But like that last run just now with Sif when I ran in, like that's kind of like what you gotta pray for. Is that you can like just walk into him with his opening attack and that he doesn't like that, like right there, is what you want to happen. And that's not what you want to happen. Artorias no roll took me like 6 hours. That was like the longest by far for me on my no roll run. And I wasn't using rings or resins or offensive buffs. I used stamina buffs. That was the only buffs that I used. But he took like 6 hours already to get him. It clicked for me once I realized that like wait for him to run into you, like run towards you before you run into him. Once that clicked for me, then I got him like within the hour after that. Because I was like approaching him and trying to bait moves out like when he wasn't running, and I was getting myself killed. But like once you realize only run in when he runs towards you, then it kind of clicks after that. Sanctuary Guardian actually is kind of fun on no roll. I couldn't figure out his like swan dive move, like how to strafe that, like when he just jumps in the air and then like kind of like Calamete's dive through the air, and then I realized you can just, oh shit, I just fell off the cliff. I realized you can just run straight under it, like straight towards him, and he'll fly right over you. Same with Calamite for his dive, you can actually run straight under that too, and it'll go over your head. Kind of like Demon Prince's fireball in Phase 2 of Demon Prince. He opens up with the fireball in the air, like if you run just under it, it's like the same idea as that. I'm gonna run to ONS after like one more try, 2 more tries with safe. Melania's flower bloom that she starts Phase 2 with is same idea too. And I actually strafed it like that the first time I ever fought her without seeing any footage of her or anything. Like as soon as I saw her hovering in the sky, it just was like instinct with like all those other bosses with a similar move. I was like, I'm pretty sure I could just run under this, and I did, and she missed me. I was like, oh, okay, that works. Because you start to see like patterns in certain bosses and certain moves, like that they're usually similar to dodge them. But yeah, Sif is a lot like more consistent if you make a save state right before you get the cutscene. Oh yeah, I forgot he does the second one. Yeah, you have to unlock up for Melania right at the beginning of the second phase and just run under her. You gotta, I mean, you can do it locked on, but it's a lot more, it's like 100% consistent when you're locked off and run under her. I'm pretty sure I've done it locked on, but it makes your camera go all wacky. Right, I'm gonna do Sif one more time and then go to ONS. And I've been trying to get Zelda to fucking stream ONS this kill for me, +0 no sprint, for like 2 months. This motherfucker hasn't done it yet, because he's like the master at ONS. And it's weird, because like most of it's not too difficult. Like, most of Ornstein's attacks aren't hard to strafe. It's just the whole multitasking of baiting Smough's AI into the pillar so he can't attack you and dealing with Ornstein's AI at the same time. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I thought that would make me duck under it, actually. There's a cool duck like that in Perfume Night, no roll, that using the rapier, like for his like 4-hit combo, for his last hit in that combo is like the slow swing with his big sword. You can R1 and unlock and point the camera down, and it'll like duck you under the attack. It's actually a cool strafe. You have to unlock it and like time it right at the right time to R1 and face the camera down, so you'll strafe underneath and like duck under the attack. But you can probably see why I skipped Sif. He's fucking annoying. Like which Four Kings hitbox are you talking about? Like the horizontal? Because the hitboxes are tight for Four Kings. Like they're very fair hitboxes. Like that horizontal strafe is so tight that like if the hitboxes were bullshit or were off. Yeah, Fume Night I was talking about. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm going ONS. And Fume Knight's, Dark Souls 2's hitboxes get so much shit when they're really not that bad. They honestly aren't. Like, a lot of people cite, like, Pursuer's curse sword grab. It's really not bad. Like, I've no sprinted +0 Pursuer. Like, it's really not bad at all. Like, you can pretty much just, like, stand right in front of the sword, like where his poke ends, and you will not get hit. Like, it's really not bad, just hitbox for that. And same with Elan. A lot of people say that about Elan's thrust grab. It's really fine. Like, the hitbox is fine for that. Like, you can strafe it very easily. Yeah, that's what I thought when the game first came out, too. I thought it was like a resistance thing. I mean, even on Soul Level 1, you're pretty much using base agility. I think Dark Souls 2, honestly, like the areas at least, are the hardest, like level 1 content in the series. Especially the DLC. Like Broom Tower and especially Elium Lois are pain in the ass completely on Soul Level 1. Yeah, exactly, for the most part, that's true. The areas are much harder. Iron Keep is just a fucking disaster on Soul Level 1. I've had a Soul Level 1, a champ run for like the last 6 months. I started like 6 months ago. I have 5 bosses left. I had 7, Ancient Dragon and Elan were 2 of them, and then I ended up doing no roll for both of those, flawless no roll. And I got 5 bosses left, and instead of finishing the fucking champ run, I just keep doing +0 no sprint kills on random bosses. So I should probably just finally fucking finish that champ run. So I mean, a lot of 5 bosses I have are shit. Yeah, like that's what I have. Ludenzahlen, I have Gang Squad, I have Dark Lurker, which is probably the only good boss on that list. Aldia on New Game Plus, I got Bonfire Aesthetic him, and one other. What's the other one? And one of the other ones I can't remember. Gang Squad. Oh, Blue Smelter. But I want to do no roll, a whole no roll run of Dark Souls 2 soon, so I can at least finally get my Lord of Legends. Okay, let's not be a dick here. Yeah, Frigid Outskirts has got to be absolutely dreadful on Soul Level 1. Yeah, I know, with the snake. Thank God that they gave the ability to travel back from Anor Londo after you get there. Because they easily could have made it that you're stuck there so you could kill Ornstein Smough. Iron Golem actually was a tiny pain in the ass on this run. Yeah, I didn't realize it the first time I played either. And I played this game when it first came out. I had no idea you can turn around at the start of Anor Londo either. And that there was the gargoyle there. Or the winged-bag creature. Yeah, exactly, if you do the skip. Gwendolyn actually was a little bit of a pain on this run, on +0, no sprint. Mostly just because, like, by the time you get to him, you try to get, like, 2 attacks in, and you can barely get the 2 attacks in. Oh, I still have Priscilla, too. That's free. Just circle around her fucking back. I even rebind my keys on my controller on Dark Souls 1 for no roll and stuff. Like, my sprint is bound to L2 because I'm not using parry, and jump is bound to up on the D-pad since I'm not using magic. Just to not accidentally roll or jump when I first started no rolling. That's like the only way, too, that I would cycle through Dark Souls 1. And that's why it's the only game I would cycle through to max. Because I could do the send skip, and then I can do the, the other skip that I forgot, with the purple crystal to get right into, Kiln. I can do that. Yeah, the wrong warp. If I can learn that, then I can probably cycle through kind of quick. Just get to this bonfire quick. Then try some ONS. Yeah, I never learned the wrong warp. I used to know, like, is that the same thing as the purple crystal warp? Like when you warp in Ulasil? Or it's wrong warp, something different that I'm thinking of. Because I remember the purple crystal warp from Ulasil to get to the kiln. I don't know if wrong warp's the same thing. Oh, come on, motherfucker, seriously. Are you kidding me? Okay, fuck you. At least I got the bonfire. Warp to Ulasil and more or less tumble. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I know that was too. It's because I have the buttons bound to different buttons, so to jump over that, I gotta do L2 to sprint, and then up on the D-pad to jump. So like sometimes it throws me off. But the good thing about no sprint is you don't have to worry about sprinting or using that button at all. So there's only like one button you got to worry about on no sprint kills, and that's R1. Alright, here comes some ONS magic. Come on, Smough. Oh, come on, really? Fuck you. You don't want to really be that far from Ornstein, but at the same time, you gotta worry about Smough getting him stuck on a pillar. It's a really interesting fight, and like it really shows off how amazing the AI is for Ornstein and Smough. Like the AI is actually really phenomenal for this boss. Like people don't realize how good it is and how much they complement each other.
You don't want to see more of it?
No, I don't want to see any more of it. Alright, take two. Ornstein as well. Alright, good. Stay there. Oh, okay, not good. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I know a lot of people still have trouble when I went out, like, normal, like, regular runs. Or just, like, regular Soul Level 1. Yeah, I don't know if it's, and I don't know if some of it is nostalgia, just because it was my first Souls game, and I've been playing it for over a decade now and shit, but it could be, like, some of it, but I just absolutely love this fight. Oh, fuck. See, I was just walking away from his hammer strike. I knew he was going to do that. I mean, regular no-roll ONS is pretty free, honestly. I mean, you kill ONS, you kill Ornstein in 7 hits with the R Club, Chaos R Club, and he staggers every 2 hits. Like, I was surprised with no-roll ONS the first time, on my first no-roll. And that was without rings and all that shit. And I was like, it only took like 45 minutes maybe to get the kill.
Oh, you're going to church? Okay.
Yeah, like for people that like started with this game, or the ones who started with Demon Souls, because I missed Demon Souls because I was an Xbox guy for years, so I didn't have a PS3. But I knew about the game from Epic Name Bro doing walkthroughs. So I knew Demon Souls existed, and I had a lot of it spoiled for me from watching Let's Plays and walkthroughs. And then when they announced Dark Souls is like a spiritual sequel coming out, I said, "Oh shit, it's on multi-platform. I'm getting that immediately." Yeah, Bloodborne was actually the last one I played. Well, like up till Sekiro, because I didn't. I was like I said, I was an Xbox guy, so I didn't have a PS4 either, and I avoided spoilers for that game for like 2 fucking years straight. Like I only heard like a few boss names. Like I heard Ram and I heard Mikolash and shit. But that was it. Like I ignored like 99.9% of spoilers for like 2 fucking years until I bought a PS4 specifically for Bloodborne. And Bloodborne's my second favorite game in the series. And like my second favorite game of all time.
I don't remember sending
Alright, well that's bullshit. That jump attack of Ornstein's you can only outdistance, like you can't even strafe it. But yeah, dude got me to start a Bloodborne no roll. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 has just always been my least favorite. I do give it credit though. I think it has the most consistent boss quality in the series for sure. That and Sekiro. Bloodborne too, actually, it's very consistent boss quality. Besides like witches and Celestial Emissary maybe. Besides them, I think all of Bloodborne's bosses are really good. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, a lot of people love Dark Souls 3, obviously, so. Oh, Ornstein Smough. Yeah, I have a lot more favorite bosses from Bloodborne for sure. I started a no-roll Bloodborne, and I picked up like blood shards and stuff in Yarnum, but then I went to Cleric Beast and I didn't upgrade my Soul Cleaver yet, so I said, let me do +0 no sprint for Cleric. Dude, I never thought Cleric Beast would ever be frustrating or annoying as shit, ever, like under any circumstance. He's actually fucking annoying as hell, no sprint. He has like, you can like get him into a loop, like near like 40% HP or something like that, and get him into a loop where he circles around over and over again. But like he has like one move that's annoying as shit to dodge, and he does it all the time. And weirdly, if you can't visceral him, because if you do, because he has a move like a lunging jump move that he only does if you visceral attack him or break his face. So if you break his face, like, or visceral him, then you're basically setting yourself up for getting fucked by that move. Okay, not good situation here. But I got him down like a few times. I would have killed if I wasn't going for flawless. I would have had the kill already, but like a dozen times over for Cleric Beast. But I'll get him in that loop, and then I'll get clipped by his hand once, or he has stagger hops too, like Sif, which is annoying as fuck. Oh, come on, don't do that. Well, that was fucking close. Yeah, that's not. But you can dodge Smough's charge by going through the hammer. I just never really learned it. I just did it by accident, though, so that worked. And from what I just did by accident, it seems like you gotta go around it. Like to your left around it. Yeah, you can, I knew you can do it, I just don't know how you do it. Like that was complete accident just there. But I'm pretty sure like you gotta like go left around it. And fuck you, Knight. Are you serious? You have to like kind of like go there and then in between his chest, like go around the hammer and in between his chest, something like that. I've seen Zelda do it a bunch of times. Yeah, no, it's not. There's no hitbox in between the hammer and his chest, especially for his sideways swing. You can stand right up against his chest and you'll never get hit. Oh, come on, real. I couldn't see shit. There's a similar thing for Fume Knight for no sprint that I saw Zelda use for Fume has the little back swing that he'll do if you're like too far behind him. He'll swing his big sword backwards, and you can either like strafe around it, but then I saw Zelda doing a no sprint kill of Fume, and you can actually like walk through it, like just kind of like with Smough's hammer with the charge. And I was started to do that strat instead and use that no sprint strat for no roll, and it was making things a lot easier. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it. And it's not as tight as you would think it is. Like, do you know the move I'm talking about with Fume? Like when he just like casually like moves his big sword backwards, like the back strike, backhand. Because yeah, you can go like right between his chest and the sword, like when he has it up before he swings it back. Yeah, it's a really cool strafe actually. And you would think it looks a lot harder than it is. Like the hitbox in between for some reason. Like as long as you start it like really early, and you have to unlock from him too, because he's actually a boss that you can lock onto no roll for the most part. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, all right, still. Yeah, I don't know if I have what it takes to get this kill, man. This kill's fucking insane. I don't think many people have even done this kill. Oh shit, that's stupid. On either regular new game or max. Like I think the only people that have done it on max are Zelda and Evo and a few others, and that's it. And it's kind of stupid. You have to use the lightning on the BGH. And that's so weird. You just commented the same thing I was saying about using the BGH lightning on Ornstein. Zelda said, I mean, if you're going for no walks, then like it doesn't really matter. But you can use this and switch to the Jagged Ghost Blade occasionally, and just like use it so he doesn't bleed. But then it's like switching a lot between these two. Ah, shit. Damn it. I gotta learn to keep my camera on both of them more. That's like the hardest part, like I said, is like manipulating Smough's AI and keeping the camera on both of them at the same time while dealing with Ornstein. Because most of his attacks really aren't that hard to strafe. No sprint. Alright, let's try again. Oh, come on. Fuck you. Oh, okay, fuck. Well, if you stay close to Ornstein, it's not as janky. Like the most jank move he has is his long distance charge that he can decide whether the fuck to stop it whenever he wants. But like that's like the only real jank move he has, honestly. And he only uses it if you're like running away from both of them, trying to separate them. So if you stay kind of close to Ornstein, you'll like rarely ever see that move. It's just the combination of the pillars that they put in to excellently break up the aggro between them and break them up, and just Smough's slow AI with Ornstein's faster. It just complements each other so well. Yeah, see, that's the one bullshit move, because you can't strafe that jump spear. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do that, like especially when they're first trying, like no roll for them and stuff. They try keeping distance to try until they can separate them, but you kind of want to just stay as close to Ornstein as possible, because you don't want him using that janky fucking charge. But my no roll for Ornstein Smough was short on my first no roll with no rings and buffs and shit. That was like 3 minutes maybe. Like that was like Ornstein was dead in like 45 seconds. Because you get with the R club, you get a stagger every 2 hits. You do that like 3.5 times, he's dead. That's the same fucking move again. Like that move, you gotta kind of like anticipate he's gonna do it, like ESP style, like ahead of time, like in order to fucking outdistance that. And that move goes against everything I just said about like mostly wanting to stay close to Ornstein, because he won't use that jumping thrust spear thing if you're close to him often, but he still can. And there's like no warning to whether he'll do it or not. So you can just be close to him as shit, and then he'll just whip it out, and there's like nothing you can do. At least old Dragon Slayer in Dark Souls 2, he has a similar move, but you can strafe around it. Well, that was stupid. Yeah, exactly. It's a closer move. His like straight thrust is nothing really to dodge. You just move to the side. His horizontal swings around him. You can just walk around it basically. A stupid up deep hit. And then phase 2 with Smough, like it's definitely the easiest phase out of the two of them for this skill. The only thing I'm wary about for phase 2 is like the butt slam AoE and being able to get out in time and get back in time. That's fucking move again. Oh, Super Ornstein can be easier for certain kills, but for no roll and definitely for no sprints, you want Super Smough
What's today?
for sure. Sunday.
I forgot. Oh, man. I can't think. You said something. I got 2 days.
I do like fighting Super Ornstein though on certain kills. Oh, come on. I was gonna fucking hit you again. Yeah, if I eventually get this kill, this is definitely gonna be the hardest kill I've ever done. For sure. Yeah, it's an insane kill. And like I said, it makes or breaks this run. Like if I can get this kill eventually, then I have hopes for completing the run. Still not high hopes, because then I still gotta do fucking +0 no roll for the DLC, except for Sanctuary Guardian. And 4 Kings no sprint will be a bitch, like the 4 Kings are on every fucking challenge run I do. Oh, come on. I was around him. Oh, come on. It's that balance of paying attention to both of them. It takes so much to get used to that. And like learning the distance. Yeah, exactly. My heel. He hit my heel. Lightning curve. This is when he'll do his janky charge. See? Oh, come on. That charge threw me off. And that was close to that charge. Like, it's so unpredictable. Like, he rarely opens with that, though. That's like if Smough gets, like, closer to me before Ornstein does and he hangs back, then he'll do that, but it's rare. Yeah, he can just decide to keep going if he wants or to stop early. Well, Smough has 2 charges. He has the short range and the long range charge. Oh, come on. I was going around him. Alright, or fuck you. It's Justin, I guess is what they're telling me. Fuck you. You die. Small's charge isn't really that jank. The tracking could be hit or miss on it. No, yeah, there's two of them. There's a short range one and there's a long range charge. You can kind of tell from like counting the footsteps. Come on, are you serious? Are you serious, mate? Yeah, like you can count the footsteps. Like I think it's like 3, like dun, 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 and that's the short one, and then the long one is like 5 footsteps, 5 or 6 or something like that.
He says it's right here.
And that's like the move you want to bait into the pillar over and over again. Oh, come on, seriously. How many fucking R2s does it take to kill a Silver Knight? Seriously? Really? Alright, take 3. Oh, come on, really? Oh, come on. Okay. But yeah, that's like what you gotta do there. Like I was baiting him into the pillar over and over. So you gotta like take time out of Ornstein every like 5 seconds and go over to the pillar and bait Smough to do an attack again. Yeah, you kind of saw it because I kind of pulled it off. Not really. Four Kings no sprint shouldn't be too different from I hate his fucking hops. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, like the the iframe dodges. You know, I think it was like with just like man eaters and demon souls and like the people who started with demon souls was like the first gank boss. But then like when Dark Souls came out, like Ornstein Smough was just like the pinnacle of the game. Like once you got to that fight, like everything that you were training for, like up to that point was to prepare you for Ornstein Smough. So there's definitely nostalgia attached to it for sure. But I still think they're the best gank fight that From has ever done. Them and Demon Prince, I think, is right up there too. That's the move. I shouldn't have went in there. Yeah, Demon Prince is a phenomenal duo boss. Like absolutely. Like I put the ONS and Demon Prince as the two best that they've done. Drone Duo is one of the worst they've done. A lot of the ganks, mini bosses in Elden Ring is some of the worst they've done. Like the double Crucible Knight bullshit in Elden Ring was absolute bullshit. I actually like Headless Ape in the Maid, as weird as that is. I like Headless Ape in general. Yeah, they at least they are coordinated. Alright, that's what I wanted. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Okay. Yeah, Headless Ape alone I prefer for sure, but I actually do like the mate inclusion for that fight. The first time when Sekiro dropped at midnight and I was playing it, I got up to like Headless, I got up to Guardian Ape like within that night, and I was never so surprised when he stood back up as Headless Ape. That was such like a awesome surprise that no one expected unless they had it spoiled for them. Yeah, that was like one of the most. That was probably one of the most memorable moments in the whole series for me. Was him coming back up alive. I was celebrating and I was like, "Oh shit, he's getting back up." Oh come on, Smush. I'm gonna switch to Fume Knight. I'll show you how to no roll him.